My name is Arne Sorensen. I'm the President and CEO of Marriott. So we say travel is trade because it's our biggest service export from the United States, and every arrival from an international traveler is an export. Creates jobs in the United States, creates tax revenues. We had 67 million visitors last year to the United States. If we had the same share we had in 2000, we would have had 100 million visitors. And that incremental 33 million visitors would have been 1 million jobs in the U.S. Well, one of the great things about global growth today is we're seeing travelers from all around the world for the first time have the resources that allow them to go somewhere else. This is about the exploding middle class in places like China and India and Brazil. China, about 5 or 6 years ago, had 1 million people per year leave China for a visit. Last year they had over 80 million. All of those new travelers are trying to figure out, where do they want to go? What do they want to see? How do I get permission to go there? And in many respects, it is a competition, nation to nation. Who's going to welcome them? Who's going to get those travelers and the exports that are associated with their visits to their countries? Our concern is that if the United States doesn't compete well for these travelers in the first years of their new travel, that these new travelers will figure out some other places to go, will get comfortable going to those places, and those will be the places they go back again and again. And the U.S. will find it harder and harder to ever convince them to come to the U.S. Well, the JOLT Act really is about making it easier for folks to get permission to come to the United States and making it easier for them actually to get into the United States. So they are things like TSA resources and customs resources, but they're also about visa policy and the way we go about getting visas. Right now, in countries that require visas to come to the U.S., which is most countries around the world, you must have an in-person interview, so you have to apply and wait for that in-person interview. We want the wait time to be much shorter, down to 15 days or so. And we'd like many more countries to be visa waivers so they don't have to go through that process at all. That will cause many, many more people to come to the U.S.